Okay, what I have here is a vintage Omega. It says Seamaster. The condition is very bad. It's not working. The seller who sell it to me sold it very cheap because the watch was basically not able to run. And you can see that the case spec says 2647-2. I will find out a little bit more about this watch as we deep dive. Caliber 420. Manual wind movement. This watch, according to my research, dates back to around 1950. So the number on the movement caliber is consistent with the date, but 2647 belongs to Omega watch, a vintage watch dated to around 1950 to 1951. And in my research on the vintage Omegas, Seamaster is the first ever Seamaster. Is indeed a manual wind movement using caliber 420, but was only released in 1954 and produced for 2 years between 1954 to 1952. And so there's a few unusual thing about this particular watch. Actually, the dial itself is of a watch that's much later. The movement of the case is from a watch that's much earlier, and the hands itself, you can see that the one that I just removed is a stick hand, and typically belongs to Omegas around the 1960 region. So I could be very sure that this particular piece of watch is actually a Frankenstein watch, and can't say for sure because I don't know who's the original owner. But likely this watch belongs to someone in 1950s to 1960s, and that person probably wanted his watch to look more like a Seamaster, which was one of the latest watch that Omega came out with. And so this watch was actually taken to watchmaker to swap out the dial. And you can see that this dial actually doesn't look like a refinish dial. It's more like a genuine dial, so it's probably taken off original genuine Seamaster watch, and then just swap in to this Omega 2647. In the next video, I'll probably show how the 2647-2 Omega vintage watch looks like in its original form, and you can judge for yourself which one is better. But in my opinion, this watch, the dial, even though it's the original dial, is vintage, it has been around for 70 years, and condition is pretty good, except for the indices at the 7 o'clock, which is a bit cheap off. And as I mentioned earlier, this movement wasn't working, so we are taking apart this the whole watch. I'm taking a guess that simple service, washing, cleaning, and re-oiling some of the parts will be sufficient to get this watch running, and we will see. So after removing the dial, you can see that the condition of the watch on the dial up is actually quite bad. There's a lot of corrosions on it, and there's a lot of dirt. A lot of the metal parts, especially on the keyless bolts, which I'm removing right now, is all blackened. But other than the dirt, the handspring is in a healthy state, which I test it's able to run. So we are going ahead to remove the balance and the handspring, and then we're going to put it aside first before we remove the wheel trains. So this watch itself So manual wind movement typically has less parts compared to the newer automatic watches, and as such, I'm pretty confident that this will be an easy repair. Yeah, and as long as the balance is in good condition, then basically has nothing to worry about. The only thing that I might be a little bit concerned on the watch of this age is actually the mainspring in the mainspring barrel. So the mainspring typically tend to snap or break half for older vintage watch. There are a few that I work on where a user try to overwind the watch a little bit, put too much stress on the mainspring, and given the age, the mainspring is a lot softer now, and the part where the mainspring connects to the harbor might snap off or crack, break. And with a damage like this, you basically have to find replacement mainspring, and it's typically not easy to find replacement mainspring for vintage watches. For very good reason, some of these mainsprings are no longer produced. So if we do need to change the mainspring of this movement, and I will have to take measurements and find a similar size mainspring with that belongs to a much later movement, and replace it here. Yeah, so we have gone and removed the mainspring barrel, and going ahead take out the bridge. Now this particular movement 420 is quite interesting. The bridge is actually popping out. Yeah, we will see if it's easy to assemble back, but there's a lot of soft parts in this particular watch model. I'm not sure if this material is brass. It's definitely not steel, even its color. So you tend to have to be a little bit more careful when using my tweezer to pick up the parts. And as you can see, I think this is the second wheel. It looks like there's two gears on this one single wheel. I need to take out the lower bridge to remove this wheel. So we're going to go and disassemble this movement. Some of the screws are a bit small, even for a screwdriver. And after this assembly, I'm going to buy a screwdriver, grinding stone to sharpen my screwdriver, so that it will be a lot easier when we do the assembly back again. But so far the condition looks great. From what I can see, the pivots are still fine. They're not very wear out. But we'll have to do a little bit more deeper inspection after cleaning using my loupe. I don't have a microscope, so unfortunately I will not be able to show on the video. I will try my best to take some photo if I can of how I look at the pivots on the gears, the wheels. So I'm going to tear apart this watch, put them in my trusty box, compartmentalize it. I'm going to wash this watch not with ultrasonic cleaner. I don't possess one. I'm going to just doing a good old ways of using a brush and wash clean solution and just brush clean the parts. The corroded oxidized metal portion flips. That will be the challenge to remove. I have some ideas on how I might be doing that. But we will see. So now I'm going to take out the spring barrel. So removing this plate. And bearing in mind, this is the first time I'm working on Omega 420 caliber manual wind movement. So I'm disassembling, I'm kind of memorizing where every part should go, and remembering which screws are the one that's holding it in, and the sequence where I should reassemble it back again. And so whatever you see now in this video is speed up by 2 times. In actual sense, I was working a lot slower, trying to be careful not to lose parts, especially those tiny springs that tend to disappear into thin air if they fly off. So we disassemble the whole movement already. I'm just left with the final part, which is the pellet fork. And for the pellet fork, I'll also be looking at the pellet stone, just to make sure that it's not slanted and it's straight. And again, because I don't really have a microscope, I only have a loop on my eyes, so I will not be able to show you the condition of the pellet fork. In this video, you just have to take my word for it. And the movement is disassembled, and stay tuned for part 2 when I'm going to wash and clean it up.